Welcome to Low Ink, Day 2 of August 2020. We are ready to get started here. But before we get started, we have a couple of little things to say. So, as you may have heard, we've really been spraying this. But after Low Ink Grand Finals, which is in about 6 hours, 3 hours, we're going to have a huge announcement. So be sure you check out Grand Finals, and then after that, we'll have an awesome announcement. One more thing, we would like to plug a tournament that we are doing, the Low Ink staff. We're trying out a new tournament called the Unnamed Tournament, and it is supposed to be kind of like a testing tournament where we try out new things. So that's next weekend. We'd appreciate if you join. Anyone can join, and the prizes will be physical stickers, a set of physical stickers, and we'll reveal what those stickers look like soon or at a later date. So I encourage you to check out Unnamed Tournament. The link's on the screen. But with all those announcements out of the way, I'd like to introduce ourselves. My name is JPEG. I'm joined by Devi. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Devi. I think you guys know where I'm from mostly, but if you don't, I am the captain of WBG. And I'm back to commentate.
Yeah, I'm really excited to get into this because we have a pretty good first set here. We're going to be watching Persistence versus Xanadu. Persistence is seed 5, Xanadu is seed 12, but we're going to ignore that because a lot of people agree these teams are pretty evenly matched. Wouldn't you agree?
I would agree too, especially after what we've just coming from personal experience from what we've been against with both teams. They both definitely improved. They know how to show dominance at certain points, and it's going to be really great to see these two matched up to see who's going to take the win here. Yeah.
Persistence has been playing pretty well recently. They've gotten alpha a couple times, and I think I can say the same about Xanadu. But let's take a quick look at our maps here. This is a best of 5 for day 2. So we're going to be starting off on Sturgeon Tower Control.
That is, I know that's personally one of my team's favorites. It's a great one once you can get that tower down past through that court checkpoint. As long as you keep control of there, you can definitely take the lead, and then the other team, as long as you play really good defense, get the picks you need, you can always stop it and anything can happen.
Yeah, I think this map's super rewarding with pushes. Like what you said, like pushing on this map's really fun. I think once you get the ball rolling, it's just smooth sailing from there. So I think both these teams are going to have to be really careful of stopping each other's pushes early on.
Special combinations are also really important to get these key pushes off, especially after like the second checkpoint and all that. Because if you can successfully pull that off, then you're pretty much going right through to the end. I think they're just waiting on the one side to get ready.
Yeah, Xanadu readied up immediately.
Xanadu's ready.
They're ready to go.
Yeah, we're just waiting for Persistence to ready up and go. Anything from comps you're expecting from these guys? I think we're going to see Tetras. I think from Xanadu.
Nah, I'm not really sure. Like, I'm trying to think.
Persistence.
Nothing stands out to me immediately. I do know Persistence. That's a pretty strong backliner, but yeah, Bearpaw is in the it's in the room. I hate to be biased, but I do love me a good backliner, so I do remember Bearpaw.
Don't worry, I'm with you.
We were actually talking to Stormy earlier. Stormy's feeling good. He's the team captain of Persistence. He's feeling good. And one of the captains of Xanadu, he's actually staff of Blowing, so I do work with them a lot. So I am excited to see either of these teams compete.
Yeah, it should be.
Let's get into it. Start of day 2. Let's start off strong.
Oh wow! And there's the roller, the infamous roller that I definitely know of.
They run Ninja Squid.
I didn't see.
But regardless, we are seeing a Boozler on the side of Xanadu. You do
Looks
love to see it.
Yeah, each team got one pick off the start. It looks like 2-2. These are going. It's really even start off right now.
Yeah, no immediate pushing yet. However, Xanadu is getting those quick jumps, so I think they're going to take mid control real soon here. And you might be able to see a push if they get all their specials ready.
Missiles coming out from the bamboo as the bamboo's just keeping turf and now gets 2 picks with the missiles and now takes tower. Those are great 2 picks. And it looks like this one from Persistence has jumped out. Xanadu off to a great start here on this first push, reaching that checkpoint.
Yeah, not to mention that they're already getting their specials back, ready to go. They're going to get past this first checkpoint pretty easily, smooth sailing, getting the armor out, and a lot of their teammates are just pushing in.
I mentioned that both these teams have their times where they can become really dominant, and Xanadu had it there, although now I see Persistence. Yeah, Persistence got their defense back there, and they're now getting ready to go back. Counter. As they got 3 specials on the board, too. 2 Booyahs and an armor ready to go.
Yeah, Persistence has a great opportunity here if they can just identify where Xanadu is. Looks like Xanadu is not on the left side of the map. They're trying to go for a flank here, or at least go up top.
Ooh, that splashdown got cancelled there, off the roller.
I like Xanadu's approach here. They could have went head-on towards the tower, but they decided to go behind it, and it worked out pretty well for them.
I do agree, yeah. As they get the tower back, they managed to counter the specials that came in. You see the try adding some pressure after the snipe there. Does get the pick on the roller. Ooh.
Bearpaw gonna get a pretty good pick there, but Persistence still having a hard time getting map control back.
Ooh, we saw the Tetras there come in just all on their own there. Just took on a 3v1. That's not really what you want to see, but I understand that they're trying to apply pressure to give the tower more time to move in. Bucket again is adding pressure to snipe. Once a bucket or Bearpaw with the 2 picks there. That was nice. And a Booyah coming out to stop that tower.
I think Persistence really needs to pivot off that Booyah. They need that mid control back. This bamboo is making that very difficult for Persistence.
Another thing about the bamboo is that it can pick off there, but it does paint relatively decent to help frontliners and support. Everyone in front of them just keeping the turf control. And with more turf controller, they're also shutting down the roller in that process. If you limit their paint, then you shut down the roller. Oh, wow.
Really good.
Another 2 down.
Yeah, what Persistence needs to do is get rid of that bamboo. Bamboo's providing a nice support for Xanadu to pivot off. And maybe they need to adjust their approach on this. Yeah, like we saw earlier, Xanadu definitely kind of took some more interesting approaches to stopping the tower, but Persistence is just kind of going head-on, being a little predictable about it.
They're kind of coming in one at a time here. As you can see, like the roller just came down on their own. Persistence needs to group up here and come down together, but it's too late for that as Xanadu has come in and got the KO.
Yeah, and that's a really strong start for Xanadu. However, Persistence did show some signs of life here. I think they could turn it around. But we'll have to see. And unlike day 1, this is a best of 3, unlike play all 3. So we will, we might not see all maps here. But next up, we are seeing Snapper Canal on Clan Blitz.
Yeah, we do see Snapper on Clam Blitz. This one's always tricky because you've got quite a few paths to go in on this. So
Yeah.
it's,
We did see Xanadu likes to go more unusual paths, I would say.
I think so. I can't overly remember actually, but you can see if one way's unguarded, there might always be that one there that can sneak through. So you always want to have really good map awareness on Snapper to
Absolutely.
make sure you stop those sneaky ones coming in, because you might have that one that can come and be a distraction. You'll have the rest come in from another way. So you really have to watch out on all angles.
I've had so many countless times where I'll just be playing on Snapper and then suddenly the basket will break and no one was there, no one was watching.
Yeah, you just have no idea where they come from, so you definitely need to watch out where that turf comes down and to paint up after it when you're coming out from, like if you just got scored on, when you're coming back from that push, make sure you keep your ground covered as you push forward, so then you can keep an eye on the map on where they're coming in the next time.
Alright, starting off round 2, Xanadu is in the lead right now. We can see Persistence will tie it up, or maybe Xanadu will get an even greater lead on Clemblitz Snapper.
You see a jet coming out on the side of Persistence. I wouldn't be surprised if that's going to be a lot of Stingrays coming out.
Yeah, already we see a Stingray.
Yep.
We saw this yesterday, day 1. There was a jet squatching.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. The Tetra flank here. I thought they was going to go in and get the Stingray, but this is a lot better. But does get seen by the roller and picked off.
Yeah, we talked about this. Xanadu is going to be flanking on this map. Flanks are really strong here. So I think we're going to be seeing that quite a bit. But Persistence did a pretty good job identifying the problem there. Seeing some bubbles out. Not going to do a whole lot. They're just going to slow down Persistence a little bit.
That is definitely more of a defense measure there, and I mean that's not a bad place to use it at all. It does slow them down, and they did end up getting 2 picks.
Well, they're getting a few picks here, but was not around for the basket, and Xanadu is going to get a nice 20-point lead. However, that's not a whole lot. It isn't quite enough to warrant a strong lead.
They didn't really have a whole lot of follow-up there. I mean, they did take the advantage on that 2-down situation to get score, but now Persistence does have that pity clam on the standby to score. If they get a lot of clams, they can possibly get in 2 power clams with this.
They're going to have to get Xanadu out of their hair.
Yeah, they have to get rid of Xanadu first.
Already seen some bubbles out. That ray's going to be a problem. It's going to slow them down at least. And I think Persistence trying to get that mid control. A little too hasty there. Getting picked from the bamboo.
The bamboo's doing a lot of controlling work, and it's providing really well for Xanadu. Keeping middle painted, putting bubbles out for where needed. The bamboo's really putting in a lot of work.
And as we're reaching about 2 minutes into the match, Persistence very slowly getting mid control. Another ray coming out. We can see Ray gets a pick, but we'll have to see if Persistence can actually make it to the basket and get the power clam in.
Xanadu's 1 down. We see Persistence coming in from 2 different sides here. The roller coming in, but the power clam does go down.
Gets the power clam in, but that's not going to get him the lead just yet. There you go.
There we go.
Stormy sneaking in a couple of claims there, and that's a pretty good lead, but we're still halfway through the match. Anything can happen.
Yeah, we see the Zap here coming in, painting up. They have armor ready to go. Bamboo's coming in behind. Just see, here comes the armor. It looks like Xanadu might try to pull something off here as they're coming in as one. That's one thing Xanadu does really well, is that they know how to come in together for a push.
That's incredibly important for Clam Blitz. You cannot go in one at a time. Unlike other modes where maybe you can get that, you can pull it off a little bit. Clam Blitz, you absolutely need your entire team with you.
Absolutely. And Xanadu does that really well. Even from scrims we've done against them, Xanadu knows how to come in as one. But we see Persistence here, just gathering clams, keeping paint. They're looking for that way in. They're doing their best with the 3 specials. Out comes the Ray. Let's see if they can...
Ray and armor. Everyone's favorite specials. We're gonna see some bubbles. We're seeing the Splatoon meta shine right here. Gets about 10 clams, 10 points. Excuse me. But Xanadu shuts it down immediately. Very, very good job on Xanadu's part. With the 3 specials going out, all of them are still alive. All of them still have their specials ready. However, they're still not in the lead, so they're going to have to really work in overtime here. With 1 minute left on the clock, they need to generate some power claims and get good scoring.
Yep, Xanadu's coming back in with a lot of pressure, and they've done that each time they come back. That was a nice splashdown.
That was a very good splashdown.
Back. Roller's still going on that Bamboo, but Bamboo takes 2 down there.
This might be a push. Persistence 2 down. That Ray's going to come out and slow them down. I don't know if that was worth it. But it did slow them down enough. Xanadu has 2 power claims. I think they could easily get a lead at this rate.
It's definitely possible. There is 1 member of Xanadu already in their base area doing some work. And here comes Xanadu with 2 power clams.
Persistence 3 down. Their 2 longest range weapons are down, so that's going to allow Xanadu to get in and just get a quick lead. With 17 seconds left on the clock, we're going to have to... Persistence is going to have to get creative here, using a pity clam. If they can even stop this push in time.
They're having some trouble getting these guys down. They finally take 2 down, but is it going to be enough time?
Not sure.
Persistence does have a chance here, I think.
Yeah, they have about... No,
they don't. There was 1 more in the corner by steps there. I believe, if I saw correctly. It was kind of hard to see, but I think there was 1 more in the corner there.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't quite see it. But that's going to give Xanadu a 2-0 lead here. That's going to be 1 more game by Xanadu, and that'll count as a set win. But we did see a lot of potential from Persistence that last game. I wouldn't be surprised if we see them pull through on this next game, which is on Manta Maria Rainmaker.
Ooh, Manta's always an interesting one.
And I believe Xanadu is subbing out. Both teams may be subbing out.
Both teams might be subbing out here, yeah.
So we're going to see some new players, which makes it a little tough to predict comps here, because I don't quite remember who plays what off the top of my head. We're seeing Frosh join in. Frosh is a staff member of Low Inc. So good to see him play.
It's nice to see fellow friends here, and even commentating them, just seeing what they're all ready to bring. See what they've got. Xanadu's almost already readied up again. They just know they have their strategy. They have their comp. They're usually ready to roll.
Yeah, and I think it's an interesting point, because we do release the maps a couple weeks in advance, so teams are able to practice low-link maps, and you do see it. You see people asking for scrims. They want to do low-link maps, and they want to practice them. So a lot of these more serious teams will have their comps ready. Yeah, Xanadu's taking low-link very seriously this month.
I mean, any team who's striving to get banned definitely wants to do what they can to make it up there.
Yeah. But
so Rainmaker Manta.
Yeah, Rainmaker Manta. I was about to say, I say this every time, Rainmaker moves as fast as you can, so this can be a really tough mode for slower teams.
Really can. You find almost a lot of teams for this map mode don't run a backline at all, so I'm kind of curious if people are going to bring one, if they don't, because it varies per team.
Yeah, I personally would run one. Backliners just help at picking off. But as we see Xanadu not running a backliner, but we do see Bearpaw running the remix as usual. I love to see it.
Remix coming out. The Bamboo's still there. We do see a sploosh on the side of Xanadu as well.
Yeah.
That's
going to be tough. That's going to provide so much paint.
That'll be a lot of street control if...
Seeing some flanks by Xanadu. Persistence just has to take notes here. Xanadu's been constantly flanking, but they do take him out pretty quickly.
The Tetra's just coming in there, providing. You saw 3 people turn toward the Tetras, which I believe allowed Xanadu to jump on the other ones. That
Stormy with the incredible movement gets that Rainmaker away before it could cause any more problems.
That is a good shutdown, as 3 do go down on Xanadu there, and Persistence takes the Rainmaker now.
And we are seeing Xanadu playing a lot more aggressive because they don't have a backlighter, they have a lot of paint control, but I think Persistence has a nice defensive advantage. But that bamboo is going to stop the Rainmaker from getting anywhere.
The bamboo's, like I said, it knows how to control its space. Ooh, that's a tough one for Persistence there. Going 3 down on their own side. This could be huge for Xanadu.
Not the greatest trade on the side of Bearpaw. That's going to let the Rainmaker get even more points. Stormy getting caught in the Rainmaker shot, leaving Bearpaw left to defend, and that might be a KO. Not quite. Wow.
Stop at 1.
Xanadu really wants this, but not enough. They're going to jump out.
They did manage to shut it down, and now they need to regain paint control and try to get that Rainmaker out of there. You see the bamboo in the corner painting up, and everyone's trying to get mid-control. And we see Bearpaw on the top on Mast there, trying to do some work up there.
Bamboo has missiles ready. Persistence ready to make their first push of the game, about halfway through.
That was an interesting Booyah, because Persistence went 2 down there. The Booyah was there to, I guess, open up street, but there isn't anybody to follow up with it, with there being only 2 at the time.
Yeah, absolutely. Persistence maybe needs to rethink rethink how they use their specials, and getting a little distracted by this flank here. I do understand flanks are important, but you're giving up mid control there, so you have to strike a balance.
Yeah. You got to really focus on what's the primary target.
Yeah.
Because if a flank can be left alone for a little bit, that's great. Just make sure you deal with it again later, because they can be pesky. But always know what your main focus is.
And Xanadu here already getting started with a really, really quick push. Doesn't really defend the Rainmaker, but not a problem for them. They have 1 point left. I think they can just stall it out for the next 2 minutes.
Persistence now all together here, just making sure they keep their street clear. Popping the Rainmaker. Bearpaw's got a special ready. Persistence has 3 specials. Armor has just come out. Oh, it looks like one's gone down in the street there. See if Bearpaw can maybe take care of the flanker, which they did. Takes 2. Nice job on Bearpaw there. Although, unfortunately, 2 of Persistence members does go down.
Yeah, I'm seeing Xanadu's up is really shining here. You see, they're not really afraid of trades. If it means getting rid of the Rainmaker, stopping a push, they'll just go in. So, Persistence is going to have a really tough time getting a push going from here on out.
I agree. Persistence just needs to group together and do what they can to see if they can make a final push, as there's 1 minute left on the clock.
Yeah, and I don't think they identified the stamp that's behind them. Not going to do a whole lot, but, Xanadu, I think they understand that Persistence gets quite distracted by flanks here. And, see it right there. Now Xanadu's pushed up. And I don't even think they're going to grab the Rainmaker anymore. I think they're just going to hang on to mid-control and deny any sort of potential push here.
That's honestly a good strategy here. Just stall out the time. Bearpaw doing a good job there, getting 2 picks again, although I'm not sure. Oh, the Booyah does get 1. He knew that there was one hiding there and used the Booyah for it. Although I'm wondering if that could have been used in another situation here. But in this case, it got them out of the way. But Persistence down here, it looks like Xanadu's gonna stall out the time here and keep Persistence out.
Yeah, and that'll do it. Despite the close game too, Xanadu, and then this Rainmaker match, Xanadu does get a 3-0 against Persistence, letting them move on to another round of Alpha Bracket. But we do love Persistence. We want to see them next month. So We're good friends with them. We love Persistence. So good job, Persistence. We'll see you next month. And Xanadu, we wish you the best of luck in the rest of the tournament. So with that, we would like to say there is going to be a very special announcement after Grand Finals, but we're going to have to just wait. So I'm really excited for this to get announced. But
Lots
for now,
of hype at the end.
yeah. For now, though, we're going to take a short break while we wait for the next alpha bracket to get started, and we'll stream it. So see you then.